Welcome back to the channel. One of my favorite drivers when I was first playing disc golf was the Sidewinder. It was just such an easy throwing disc that would go far and it'd give you that nice classic S turn. Well, I've got it in 8 different plastics and we're gonna test them out, see which one's best for you. Let's go. Jeremy from Disc Golf Deals USA. The Sidewinder is such a good disc for slow arm speeds, beginners, and even up to intermediate and pros. There's lots of different uses for it. Well, I've got it in 8 different plastics here and we're gonna test it out because some of them are definitely gonna be a little bit more stable than others. Which one's the best one for you? Let's test them out. The Sidewinder's flight numbers are 9, 5, -3, 1. Depending on what plastic you get it in, it's going to be a little more stable or a little less stable. So we're going to test them all out today. So let's get to it. First up, we're going to start with the classic old champion Sidewinder. Oh, that's what I love a Sidewinder for. Goes far, gives you good turn, and a really solid fade at the end. I know it says it's got a 1 fade at the end, but man, don't let that fool you. It really does give you that nice S-turn shot. Now let's try the good old G-Star Sidewinder. Oh, that's looking great. That's definitely your -3 turn. Solid. Yeah, no big surprise there. G-Star tends to be a little bit less stable in some molds, especially the Sidewinder, so I'm not really surprised by that flight. Now let's do the Star Sidewinder. Oh yeah, getting that good turn, just like the G-Star. Wow. Star and G-Star are flying almost identical right now. Now let's try the Emily Weatherman Signature Series. This one's called Moondust. Oh my goodness, is that a laser straight disc or what? Wow, not a lot of turn on that at all. Really cool. Next up, Halo Sidewinder. Oh, very similar to the Moondust one. Yeah, no turn on it at all. Now, the Pro Plastic Sidewinder. Oh yeah, not really shocked by that one. Yeah, really true to the numbers. Pro Plastic has a tendency to definitely be a little bit flippier, but not as flippy as DX, and that's our last one here. Good old DX Sidewinder. Holy cow, right out of the box, laser beam straight guy. All right, but don't worry, if you get a DX one, after you hit like 1 or 2 trees, that thing's gonna be an immediate roller. So if you're a beginner out there, highly recommend going to your used bin. You're definitely gonna find some Sidewinders in that used bin. Pick one up, good old Champ plastic, Star plastic. It's gonna be a great straight flying disc for you. And then once you get the feeling of getting this disc to kind of turn and then come back and give you a fade, nice little S-turn shot, there's nothing better in the world than that. All right, now let's try putting these on an Anhyzer. See if we can get them to fully flip over, maybe turn into a roller, or maybe some of them are gonna fight out. All right, let's start out with some of the flippier ones. Let's go with G-Star first. Oh, there we go, not quite a roller, getting a little cut roll out of it, but that's not too bad. Next up is the Star, which was flying pretty similar to the G-Star. Yeah, that one definitely flattened out right before the end. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense because Star is usually a little bit more stable than G-Star. So you saw that it kind of flattened out and got to flat at the end, where G-Star just kind of got to a cut roller. Now let's go to Champion. Is it flattening out? Just a tiny bit. Yeah, not quite as flippy as G-Star. Now, Halo. Oh yeah, see the Halo guy flattened out for sure. Emily Weatherman Moondust. Oh, look at that one get to flat. Sweet. Next up, Pro Plastic. All right, not quite as flippy as G-Star, but still got some flip to it. And then surprisingly, this DX guy really shocked me on the first throw. Let's see how it does on an Anhyzer. All right, look at that. Is DX like the most stable Sidewinder ever? All right, all joking aside, DX plastic is fantastic plastic to throw, but it really does make a disc more understable. Once you hit like a tree, it just gets really flippy, really broken quickly. So it kind of makes sense why these are initially kind of on the overstable side. That might be Innova kind of making them a little bit more overstable, knowing that once they break in, and they're gonna break in quickly, it's gonna get pretty flippy, pretty quick. All right, final throw we're gonna do with these. We're gonna put these on a Hyzer. Now these are perfect discs for doing Hyzer flip up shots. So I'm gonna throw them in what I think is least stable to most stable, with the asterisks on the DX guy, because we know this one's gonna beat in pretty soon. But I believe, at least right now, G-Star is the least stable. Oh, look at that Hyzer flip up to flat. Oh my gosh, that thing crushes so far. That's great. Love these discs for that. Okay, next up is the Pro Sidewinder. Oh, I love, oh my gosh. Okay, maybe I take that back. All right, take that back, scratch that. The Pro Sidewinder is definitely the flippiest, more than the G-Star. Okay, next up is the Star Sidewinder. Beautiful. Oh, get under the basket. Loving it. G-Star and Star are very similar. The Champ Sidewinder. Okay. Not a lot of flip up. We got a little flip up out of that, but pretty stable. The Halo. Okay, got a tiny bit of flip up, but still pretty stable. Emily Weatherman Moondust. Yep, a little bit of a flip up, just like the Halo. Good stable finish. And last but not least, the good old Beefcake, at least for now, DX Sidewinder. Yeah, it does get a little flip up that time, but Beefcake. Love it. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Man, I love a Sidewinder. In fact, I'm gonna take these out to the woods and do some Sidewinder, like flip up Hyzer, carve through the woods shots coming up here soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Gotta say, let's update the stability wise. So I gotta say, flippiest one for sure is the Pro Sidewinder. So if you're looking for a super flippy out of the box Sidewinder, go ahead and pick up a Pro one. Most stable, at least right now, is the DX, but I guarantee you, once you hit 1 or 2 trees, give it a little time, this one's gonna be on par with that Pro guy. For sure, it's gonna even get to a point where it's probably gonna be like an immediate roller. My favorite ones were the Star guys, the G-Star and the Star one. They're just flying like a great Sidewinder right out of the box, giving you that -3-1 turn. And then these three were a little bit more on the overstable side, although take that with a grain of salt. This is a Sidewinder, but the Weatherman, the Champ, and the Halo. So if you're looking for super flippy, in the middle, or a little bit more overstable, check one of these out. And you can get these over at Disc Golf Deals USA. All right, until I see you next time, peace out.